Carrots. Carrots. They do look like carrots.
How dare you!
Anne Shirley, what is the meaning of this?
It was my fault, sir. I was teasing her.
Stand at the blackboard for the rest of the day. I will not tolerate this kind of vindictive temperament in my class. Anne Shirley has a very bad temper. And she will learn to control it. You will write this 100 times before leaving today.
Wait. I'm sorry for teasing you about your hair. Don't be mad at me for keeps.
Oh, Anne. How could you? Gilbert always makes fun of the girls. He calls me crowhead all the time, and I've never heard him apologize before.
There's a world of difference between being called crowhead and being called carrots. I shall never forgive Gilbert Blythe. An iron has entered my soul, Diana. My mind is made up. My red hair is a curse.
Gilbert, chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum. CHRYSANTHAMUM.
Anne?
Chrysanthemum. CHRYSANTHEMUM.
Correct.
Hey, Anne, how do you spell freckles?
Hey, Josie, how do you spell ugly?
Congratulations on the spelling test, Anne. Oh, well, at least you're acknowledging me now. That's an improvement.
It is impolite to pass a person without at least nodding. And so I nod out of elementary good breeding. Nothing more.
Oh, why don't you get off your high horse?
Thank you for your heartfelt congratulations, Mr. Blythe. But allow me to inform you that next time, I shall be first in every subject.
Anne, you've got more nerve than a fox in a hen house.
I don't see any need in being civil to someone who chooses to associate with the likes of Josie Pye.
You're just jealous.
I am not. Take that back, Diana Barry.
She's jealous of you. Gilbert told Charlie Sloane that you were the smartest girl in school, right in front of Josie.
He did?
He told Charlie that being smart was better than being good-looking.
I might have known he meant to insult me.
No, he didn't.
It isn't better. I'd much rather be pretty than smart. But at least I don't have to cheat like Josie does.
She doesn't have to cheat. She just does it because she's a pie. But I think he does.
I think that's... Then, Bertram de Vere came to their native village.
Oh,
He fell in love with the fair Geraldine.
First, I'm pleased to announce that Anne Shirley and Gilbert Blythe have tied for first place honors in the term finals.
I suppose some people consider it an accomplishment to walk a little picket fence, Diana. I knew of a girl in Marysville who could walk the ridgepole of a roof.
I don't believe it. You sure couldn't, Little Miss Bookworm.
Oh, couldn't I?
Oh, it's a little risky, don't you think, Anne?
Is it indeed, Mr. Blythe?
I dare you. I dare you to walk the ridgepole of Moody's kitchen roof.
Don't do it, Anne. Never mind her. It's not a fair dare. I shall walk that ridgepole or perish.
I've been rendered unconscious.
Thank you, Mr. Blythe.
Anne, I'll borrow a carriage and help you home.
It won't be necessary. I'm quite capable of getting there on my own.
I'm going away. At least let me give you a hand.
Thank you, Mr. Blythe. But I'm going in the opposite direction. Come along, Diana.
Anne, you should have let him help you. You're in no condition to walk home.
My. Doesn't Gilbert look dashing tonight?
Gilbert? I hadn't noticed him.
It's too bad you've been so awful to him. He might have asked you to dance.
If I wanted him to ask me, which I don't, he certainly would. Gilbert Blythe would stand on his head for me if I asked him to.
Oh, he looked right at you again, Anne. I bet you couldn't get him to dance with you.
All right, Diana, if you insist.
Good to see you, Rebecca. I'm your brother or anything.
Good evening, Gilbert Blythe.
Tell your brother I'll be seeing him at the tobogganing party.
A glass of punch.
Thank you.
Diana! You look wonderful tonight. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, Gilbert.
How could you wish that person a Merry Christmas?
I gather that person didn't ask you to dance after all. Well, will you give me the pleasure instead?
Thank you. I believe I will.
And do you intend to daydream during the Charlottetown exam? 5 minutes, class.
It would be such a disgrace if Gilbert came first. I suppose I'd settle for beating Gilbert Blythe if I had to. Just keep thinking about Gilbert then. Yes. Gilbert.
I want to remind you of something you once told me. Tomorrow is always fresh, with no mistakes in it.
Hello there, Gil. You on your way home, too?
Yes, sir.
Well, I wish we could offer you a ride.
Oh, no, that's all right. I'm meeting Moody at the station. And I wish you luck on the exam. I hope you come in first. You've worked hard.
Thank you. But I'm sure the first will go to you.
Well, I guess we'll see, won't we?
Day, the broad stream bore her far away, and as the boat had wound along, they heard her singing her last song, The Lady of Shalott.
Anne Shirley. What in the heck are you doing?
Fishing for lake trout.
For lake trout.
Well, if you must know, I was in Diana's skiff, but it sprang a leak and I had to climb onto the piling or sink. Now, if you'll be so kind as to row me to the landing.
Ah, I see. Well, then the fact is, I've rescued you.
Help is on the way, and I was calmly waiting for it.
You're most welcome.
I am grateful for your assistance, Mr. Blythe, even though it was not required. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to find my friends. They are likely overcome with fear for my life.
Well, Anne, wait a minute. I was just down at the post office to see if the Queen's results had been printed.
Congratulations on coming first, Gilbert. I'm sure you're very proud of your achievements.
Wait a minute, you ninny. We tied for first place. You and I. I figured you'd have it for sure. We all passed. Our entire class.
First? Out of all 200?
I'm just sorry you had to share with me.
Never expected to beat you.
Can't we be friends? This childishness has gone on long enough, don't you think?
The fact that you rescued me unnecessarily hardly wipes out past wrongs.
Look, I'm sorry I ever said anything about your hair. You have no idea how sorry. It was so long ago. Aren't you ever gonna forgive me?
You hurt my feelings excruciatingly.
I only said it because I wanted to meet you so much.
Why did you turn your back on me at the Christmas ball?
Man, that was over a year ago.
It was a deliberate humiliation.
And I knew exactly what you were thinking too, Anne Shirley. You and Diana Barry. Look, can we be friends now?
Why don't you figure it out, if you're so clever?
Anne, wait a minute.
Everyone will think I've drowned!
Whoa.
Good afternoon, Miss Cuthbert.
Good afternoon.
I'm Gilbert Blythe.
Yes. You've grown into quite a young man.
So you must be very proud of Anne. It's a real challenge keeping up with her at school.
Yes. Matthew and I are both proud. She has the talent to make something of herself. But she's still very young, Gilbert. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, ma'am. Hello, Anne. Whoa. Can I offer you a ride home? You promised we were going to be friends, remember?
Well, all right then. It is rather awkward with all these. It was good of you to stop.
Seems I'm developing quite a habit of getting you out of awkward situations.
I thought a lot about what happened at the bridge, Gilbert. What I mean to say is, it was very rude of me to just run off like that. But I was very overwrought over learning my score. Our score. I mean, I wasn't myself.
That's all right. Life's too short to hold grudges anyway.
It's valiant of you to say so. You'll go far with that kind of attitude.
Do you know what you're going to study at Queen's yet, Anne?
I intend on taking my teacher's license in 1 year, instead of 2, at Miss Stacy's suggestion.
Gee, I always imagined you'd have a career on the stage. Well, I think you'd make a swell actress. Especially as the Lily Maid. I hear you're giving the Highwayman at the White Sands recital.
My life is an open book, I see. Who told you that?
Well, I have a little confession to make. Well, I was just at the Lawsons myself, and Alice told me you were walking home.
Oh.
I'm going to try to get you an encore while you're up there, so make sure you have a second selection ready.
Nobody's gonna encore me.
Well, I would. Especially if I had the honor of escorting you to the concert.
I don't know. I promised the Berries I'd go with them, but
I think you're old enough to make up your own mind, Anne.
I've always been old enough to make up my own mind. Very well, then, Gilbert. I'd be pleased to accept your invitation. Could you let me off at the corner, please? I'm going to take a shortcut and show Diana what I bought. I want you to give this to him.
Dear Gilbert, I regret that I'll be unable to attend the White Sands concert with you. Sincerely, Anne Shirley. Why won't you go with them?
Plenty of reasons why I won't go. I only accepted in the first place because he dared me.
Well, I think you owe him an explanation. Gilbert gave me this in return for your note. He's coming to watch you anyway. I didn't want Jane or Gabby brother to see it.
Right to your own opinion. It would have been easier if you had told me in person. Hope you can still consider me a friend. Sincerely, Gilbert Blythe. Won't be accused of being a coward, Diana. He doesn't understand. Tell him I'll speak to him the first minute I can steal away tonight.
Calm down, Anne.
I'm so ashamed. I can't go up on that stage. Can't. I'll be merciless if I fail.
You've never failed at anything, Anne Shirley. Go on.
Dear, you were splendid. Go back. Go back. They're encoring you.
Can't go back.
You can.
Excuse me.
Anne, I have to admit, I was so proud.
Your recitation was magnificent as Mrs. Evans.
She's a professional. Well, I overheard
You sure
that
can get up there and get a
romantic-looking young
recital
man
occur.
over there
be up
asking
there.
who the girl on
Well,
the
I'd like to see that
platform was
sometime
with the
just
lovely
live.
Titian hair.
Whatever that means.
Plain red. It's just a fancy way of saying it. Well, if you'll excuse me, I don't mean to be rude. There is someone I absolutely must speak with. I'll return right away, I promise.
Very well, dear, but hurry up. I have important people waiting.
Gilbert! Gilbert! May I leave this for Gilbert Blythe?
You can take it to him yourself, miss. He's across the hall.
Thank you.
Can't you just picture Gilbert? Emily Clay, winner of the Avery Scholarship.
Don't be too sure.
Three cheers for Aunt Shirley, winner of the Avery. I wish him luck, though. He's a determined young man. Then, as far as you're concerned, he's fair game. Why, Diana Barry, if you were interested in Gilbert Blythe, why didn't you ever say so?
Because I thought my bosom friend was in love with him.
In love with Gilbert Blythe? Me?
Yes, you. Gilbert did say that being smart was better than being pretty.
Good night, dear sweet Diana.
Good night, Anne.
Miss Cuthbert? Anne? I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Gilbert Blythe.
Whoa. Whoa. Hello, Anne.
Taking a shortcut, Mr. Blythe.
Miss Cuthbert said I could find you here. Open it.
We would be prepared to agree to your proposal to engage Miss Shirley under contract for 1 year in the post of teacher at Avonlea Public School. That's your post.
Well, I took the liberty of speaking to the trustees about an exchange. I'll be getting Carmody, and you can stay at Green Gables.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything.
But you'd have to pay for your board. You'd never save enough for college. You can't.
I'll save enough. Besides, I'm keeping up my studies by correspondence.
So am I. Thank you for giving up the school for me, Gilbert. It's very good of you. I want you to know that I really appreciate it.
I figure you can give me a hand with my work, and we'll call it a fair exchange.
Aren't you worried? I'm liable to break another slate over your head.
I'm more worried I might break one over yours.